the protocol for this, please send it to us so we can, the next sets that we produce, it will include your name, of course, that you translated it, but in the protocol, another language. So your people in your country will be able to get it from us. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And this is just the demo, and I like to mention another thing is that it's not that perfect yet because maybe some error memory there because it's kind of freshly made. You feel hot, your hand you got from us, So the correction needed in the future before we sell with Amazon there. And if you can think of doing further, on top of this research, please mention and make a reference that one from this set. And we can do co-research together. If you kind of finding opportunity for the company that like to get together and do like 10 countries, it's huge amount of money, and it's going to be really great benefit for all, more than just only doing with the one country. Please let us know about opportunity, whatever you have. I myself am going to talk to Facebook, Amazon, and Line, and the big company. If we have a chance to do that, we will invite some of you, if you are of interest, to do co-research together, okay, from this. That will be wonderful, and really it's going to impact a lot in terms of citation, everything that we can make use of it. And we produce with the very good technology, AI, like Raquel mentioned in the morning. So please think about it, and we do together. Okay. Now I think, are you ready for the next session? Workshop. Okay. And then do you need this still? Okay. Yeah. Please continue.
Thank you. Okay. She expected me to stand up. You saw. And I refused. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be punished later. I just tell you a joke, if she hears or not. But at the beginning, I don't understand Thai. It's really a very difficult language, and I needed her to help me in the bank when I opened a bank account years ago. And so she stood up, I stood beside her, and I followed her steps. And in a minute she said, "Sit." And yeah, okay, so, okay. Now, before we talk about that, I think there is a paper and the presentation, and you will get the presentation. I thought we better exercise this tool. It was also validated. So before you start, you have you have two papers, okay? You have colored pencils in front of you. Each one has a package. Yes? Okay. I think Eva did it once, but I'm not sure. Okay. So first instruction is don't copy from your neighbor. Just, and don't criticize. And okay. So the first instruction, take one paper. The first one, think of an uneasy event in your life and just draw whatever comes to your mind about that event. Again, think of an uneasy event in your life and just draw what comes to your mind. When you finish, give it a title and just write the number 1 next to the title. How many finished? Okay, take 2 more minutes and try to okay. Okay, how many finished? Okay, good. Okay, so now put the drawing, give it a title, and after you did that, put the drawing in front of you, take the second sheet of paper, now copy you draw what you drew as accurate as you can, and add to it what helped you cope with that uneasy event. I'll say it again. Copy the first drawing to the second page as accurate as you can, and add to it what helped you cope with that uneasy event. What? I'll say it again. Copy the first drawing to the second page as accurate as you can, and add to it what helped you cope with that uneasy event. Yeah, in drawing, not in writing. Everything in drawing. When you finish that, give it a title and write 2, the second drawing. Doesn't move. Doesn't work. Go down. Yes, just no. Yes. No. Yes. 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 Thanks. So, yes. How long is this session? An hour or less? Well, an hour and a half. Yes. What? To move?
No, he's talking on his
Ah, okay.
how it is going.
How many finished? 1, 2. Okay. Okay. If you finish, just write yes. What? Rosemary, you wanted to say something? Ah, okay. Okay. If you finish, just write a short narrative to each one of the drawing on the side. Short paragraph on short narrative. What? Yeah. Entitle the drawing. Yeah, and write 2, so you know it's the second drawing. Yeah. So just give a short narrative on the side.
I feel transparent.
Yes, okay. But you know what I think about you already, so it doesn't matter anymore.
This is not a
No, it's not a self-figure drawing. Don't worry. No.
She studied art therapist.
Hmm?
Like then art therapist painting art pictures assessments. She was studying to see how
If they
react.
also if they know how to analyze, that's another thing. That's it. Two. That's yeah. Okay. For each one. For each one. Each one. But it's just an illustration. It's not. Hmm? Right on the side. Like Chinese. Okay. How many finished? Okay. Take 2-3 more minutes. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, put the two drawings in front of you now. And before we start talking about it, just try to compare between the drawings. I have asked you maybe at the beginning how many, the first instruction would think of an uneasy event in your life and draw it. How many drew a difficult or traumatic event? Can you, a difficult or traumatic event? How many of you do that? One. Okay. Most of us, right? And the only instruction was an uneasy event. Uneasy event for you shrimps was to get up in this morning. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. We have many uneasy events, and yet we hardly even hear the word uneasy. It's immediately transformed into a traumatic or difficult event. Okay, this is the first thing that I think you should note. What? No, I just commented. Now I want you to compare the symbols that you drew at the first and the second drawing, the size of the symbols, whether or not you have the same symbols at the first and the second drawings, the color that you gave to each symbol, where you place them, because the second instruction was copy the first one as accurate as you can. I know most people do not have a problem with eye-hand interaction. Take your chair and move here if he bothers you. Yeah? Yeah. And I said, don't look. Yeah. Don't look, don't criticize. Yeah. And don't jump to conclusions. Yeah, I did it a lot with my husband, jumping to conclusions, but I was always right. Okay. So compare now the symbols and what helped you. What did you actually add in the second drawing? Because you were asked to add to the second drawing what helped you cope with that event. So just look at your two drawings. The differences has to do also with time perception. The gap between the first drawing and the second drawing for giving you the instructions was 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Still, what did you do in the second drawing has to do with whether or not you have smaller symbols in the second, they are placed in another place. Maybe not all of the symbols are in the second drawing. And so it has to do with our perception of the event. Now, is there any volunteer in the class so we can broadcast everything? Elias, okay, come here with the drawings. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, take a chair. Yeah, come on. Good. Okay. Okay.
The first one.
This is the first one. Okay, first.
But then we don't understand.
No. You will have to explain to us. But first, I want to
Yeah,
you, okay? So this is the first one, right? The first and the second. No, we don't read. Just look at the drawings and compare between them. Okay? Now you can do what he did to you. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. So I put it here so we can all see. Yeah? Okay? So this is the first one. Okay. So here, you make this. We have another microphone. Okay. Yeah, okay. So can you tell us about the first one?
First
Here.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So I think you saw the title, It's Lost in the Surface.
What?
of-
Wait, we need to understand, not so fast.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to write. Yeah. Okay. I need to publish it.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The title of the first one was Lost in Surface of Earth.
Lost in?
Surface, in the surface of Earth.
Lost in the surface of
Of
Earth?
Earth, yes. Earth is okay. So I explain what it refers to. This is when you mention an uneasy event and not a traumatic one. So I had in mind what a traumatic event I could picture, you know. But I tried to find an uneasy one, and a real uneasy one, as you said, but okay, stressful one event. So I recall I have 27 years old and I went to Belgium. It was my first, and it was finally traumatic also. I realize it now. I arrived there in the university campus. It was a huge one. It was February night, day, a winter, a cold day. And then I took the bus to get to the city. You know, it was my first day without anything. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know my professor, etc. I had a letter of acceptance, just this one. So I got the bus to get down to the city. And the lady there in the hostel, in the university hostel, explained me something about that the buses, the 10 o'clock buses, the last buses stop at the amphitheaters and the auditoriums, which was, then I realized it afterwards, very far away, you know, from the hostel, from the university hostel. So I took the last one, the last bus. So they stopped in the auditorium there where was the teachers' offices, etc. And then I found myself lost in a huge place, mostly without buildings, without anything, anybody else, you know, in the streets. You know, everything was empty. You know, no people living there, and it was 11 o'clock in the evening, and this was, especially in Belgium, was a winter day, February, as I told you, a winter night. So I didn't know where to go. And the problem was that I could not see, there were signs, but I could not find the name of the university hostel, you like. The university hospital was just in front of this place, of this structure, but in French it was CHU, means CHU means Centre Hospitalier Universitaire, but I could not, it was just CHU, so I could not tell, I could not understand that this was referring to this, so to find an orientation sign and to operate. So I just woke up it was a forest, a real forest. And in the beginning, it's okay, the thing I found it. I remember that a police car passed, but I didn't stop them. I said, okay, I find it. But after half an hour, I started to be terrorized because first night in a foreign country, I didn't have any idea about security issues, about how people are. Okay, I knew that I've been in Italy, in the States, and Germany, etc. But it was something new for me, you know, after many years. So I started to be afraid. Also, I was afraid. So they had a traumatic impact effect. I mean, dimension. Okay, so I really was lost there in the forest. I didn't know where to go, etc. So finally, after an hour, you know, I reached, you know, without knowing where to go, I found the hostel. Inside this, so this, the external circle, this is consciously, but spontaneous, because spontaneous, I try to be spontaneous, not to control or to stop. And so I make this because this is something, it was the whole forest, the whole campus, but it's something, yes, close. But inside this, then it came in mind, I draw it, there is a kind of flesh, and there is a child. The child is me, of course, and this is associated, I mean, after doing the first drawing and mentioned reporting the first this uneasy traumatic experience. Then a real traumatic experience came in my mind, and this was slapping, that experience of slapping from our teachers in school. And especially, it was not very, very often, very usual, but it was 2 or 3, and especially one that was not justified, was a real traumatic experience for me. And I still remember this. After, we used to pray those time, and then after the pray, he came and slapped me because I make noise, etc., which was not true. And this was something very special from a teacher that didn't know us, something very, I think, very traumatic. And of course, it's related to other kind of similar traumatic experience in school regarding teachers' behavior, mostly teacher behavior, not with classmates, etc. And this was, and when I was doing the child, I remember, but I was freely, I remember your analysis about the eyes, etc., but I didn't control it, I leave it, and you will tell me. So this was, this represents this, it was a complex one associated to another event, with, again, a very emotionally, very heavy impact, intense, strong impact, So this is my first, the drawing. And then there I wrote school, but what is impressive is that here I put the word strength. I want to put the word strength, but I meant to do it in the second one. And then I realized, when I checked again, I realized that, what is this? I tried to erase, but then I remembered that it's forbidden to erase. So I kept this way. So this is the story, my story, I would say.
Yeah, okay,
It's not the story of drawing, my story, it's my story.
Yeah, okay. But what age was the preacher?
The teacher.
The teacher.
It was in 11, 12 o'clock, it was a primary school. Yes, 11, the fourth, I think, class, so it's 10, 11, yes. I still have a lively, vivid memory, this.
Yeah, and you know what you
this
said.
fucking bastard, excuse me.
Yeah. And what you said in the narrative, that
Sorry?
the last bus, you said in the narrative, the last bus at 10 o'clock, and you arrived at 11.
No, yes. She told me that, wait a minute. Yes, you mean after an hour? Yes, after an hour that I was...
When you talked about coming to that university
Yes.
and looking for the hostel, the
Yes.
last bus was at 10 o'clock.
Yes, I
And
think
you
that's...
took the last bus. And you arrived there around 11. And you started to wander around to look for the hostel.
Yes.
And the association was when you were...
At the age, you mean,
the
yes.
age.
Yes.
You were around
Was-
10, 11.
Yes. Okay, that's true that 10:30 exactly, she told me that is the,
Yeah, but you
the
said-
last one. Okay, yes, 10,
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
I arrived at 11, yes.
Yeah, so this is
Impressed.
the
Yeah, yes.
association and the connection between the
Probably.
associations.
I trust you. I accept
No,
this.
it's not that.
No, but it's true. We do this. Yeah.
No, it's not me. You
No.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
So I'm trying to recover. No, it's okay.
From the preacher.
Eh?
From the preacher?
From the pre.
From the teacher you're trying to recover?
Yes, from this all the yes, no.
Yeah. From
No,
the
but
teacher there, from the
I'm
teacher
cautious
here.
about this. No, from the this.
No.
Okay, about this. But.
No, I don't spank. I just...
No, no need that. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. So, can you tell me something
Difference.
about these?
Yes, this is, first of all, in the beginning it was just without colors. And then I saw that you asked us to be colored, so I just add some colors, green, but all this around is finally the nature, the trees, in the campus, which finally, I think, now that I realize, have also a traumatic effect, impact in that moment, because it was dark, it was lost, nobody was there, it's something, unknown, something not familiar for me, and even I didn't know the context. I mean, the culture, the people that explain the country, I didn't have any sense of safety or not safety. How do I have to feel, etc. So I think now that I realize that that's why it was a huge, immense space, lost there, and this was a frightening environment, frightening context, even if it has to do with trees or nature, etc. And I feel it now, even now.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm sure that is sure.
Okay, but you added three greens and one.
Three greens.
Wow.
This is the violence. It's a flesh. This is a
this is
flesh.
the flesh.
The flesh, the one against the child. From the teacher. This is really, yeah. These are the trees. And then the second event that I added has to do with this sign and this.
Okay. So, anything you remember from when you were 3 years old?
3 years old. Yes, I remember. I had. Don't make me mention. Yes, I had. This is the most. No.
If you don't want to answer,
No.
it's fine.
It's something that I have worked in the psychotherapy, etc. It's and I told this was the first. Lost, as you say now. My association. The first, I think, first traumatic and the most traumatic experience that came out 20 years after, in the personal video psychotherapy, was that I was in the scooter, and it's not easy to report, of course, but I was in the scooting. Το πρόσκοπη, έτσι, scooter, πώς λένε τους...
Scout, πρόσκοπος.
Scouting? It's this body, it's association that they have a uniform, they do scouting, how do you... Scout, it's pronounced. Okay, I was started there, and I was half past three, and we have, a national day, and so we have the parade with also the army, etc., but the scooter and the schools were first one. So it was very, very little, me and another kid, the first 3.5 years. And then we have to wait a lot, still there, before the parade starts. So it was about an hour and a half an hour. And the other child told me, listen, finally the parade won't take place. Let's go home. So I left. But even in that age, we were familiarized with a context. I was talking about 60s now. So it was easy, it was not so frightening now with cars, etc., or with many people in those times. So I went back home. I knew the way. It was not far away from the place we were. So I came back home. And then the parents, especially my father, because my father used to react, in a very, hot, intense way. They were expecting to see me in the parade. They didn't see me. So he got frightened, he got excited, he got really, and I know why he did that. And then they came home and he found me in front of the daughter. So he was out of crazy, out of his mind, And then went up, and we have those time, and was this about 64, something like that. We have to warm up the water, for washing, etc. We have an extra room beside, there was the first floor. It's an extra room where we used to wash the clothes, etc. And there was fire there, how to warm up. So he took off my clothes and he burned it, he threw them. You can imagine how terrorized was this for me, because it's like, and you won't go again to Scouter, etc. Of course, this was, I think, the most traumatizing experience with my father, etc., and in my life. And what does it mean? It's like me putting me in the fire, throwing me in the fire. And but this came out during my psychotherapy, 20 years after. And still, I've talked a lot of times about this, but even this time that without so, I mean, being emotionally, but talking here, you know, it's still have, you know, I feel that have a real power, emotional power, you know. It's, yes, 3 years and a half I was, half past 3.
Whenever we add the same symbol, it has to do with age.
So the symbol means 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. The other one is with age. Yes, because when you explain us uneasy, so the first thing came up in my mind was this experience. So, but she didn't say traumatizing. So I put this was in a very uneasy and very upsetting, you know, experience, you know, 27 years. But then, of course, came up a traumatizing experience with high school with a teacher. And then
Underneath, this is the hidden message. Underneath is another traumatized event with your father, with you leaving the parade and get lost for him.
yes, the loss, the experience of loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I want to say.
Yeah. He
Lost for him. Yeah, exactly.
lost for him.
I was lost myself in 27. Lost, yes,
So
yeah.
you were lost for him, and then
Well, lost myself.
scared that you were going to be punished, thrown to the fire.
Yes. Yes, but I would say that it's another association, more meaningful, I think, and more truly it's lost with myself because it was between 16 and 20, lost myself. I mean, counter reaction to my father. I didn't want to study. I stopped being a good student, you know, identified with not antisocial, but you know, marginal. You know, it was also the rock era. You know, with against the father figure. You know, this is conscious. I know this, and so this was, but it was lost in. Something related to myself, you know, lost myself, you know, because of the father, of course, because of the father. And then I have the comments, you know, that.
Okay. So then I asked, copy as accurate as you can, the first drawing, and then after you copy, add to it what helped you cope with it.
Okay. First,
So what did you do?
yes. First of all, it is bigger, this one, finally. These changes there are, I think there is a process by just doing, by just drawing. I think there is something that's a process inside us that starts. You know?
Sure.
What I made this, then it was the eternal reality or resilient. Eternal reality, what said, I think this is has to do with the maternal role, I mean the maternal capacity to resist, and what I got from her, you know, which because my father had also a very traumatic experience with, during the war, his father was a communist, so he experienced prisons, etc. My father was very, very traumatic, even a fake execution, you know, in the year 45, 46, when the Civil War, you know, there was a Civil War after the Second World War. So it was a lot of traumas of the whole population, you know. And my father was traumatized. That's why he didn't want me to get involved with politics, especially with communism, etc. You know. And that's why I became anarchist after you know, I did. So I think that I know that by internalizing my mother's, maternal capacity, love, tenderness, etc., capacity to read, this is, I think, that saved me when I got lost also after adolescence, because, you know, in adolescence that came up again because my father became again very strict, you know, fearing that I will get involved, you know, with communism, with the marginal or drugs, etc. So he also became, for a second time, very violent, or trying to control me. And to have, of course, that time I protested. I have the power, to resist, to fight with him, etc. And then, yes, I lost. But after all that, for some years, I was hanging without knowing what to do, and identified with extreme marginal models, not antisocial, not violent, but refusing and negating the normal, the straight life, even studying. Even if I want to study, of course, was okay, this is my story.
Yeah, okay. We haven't finished yet.
What else?
Okay.
Okay.
No. Okay. No. Okay. So what you can see is it's bigger, as you said. It's much bigger. When we have a symbol, we copy the main symbol, and it becomes bigger than the first one. It means that you still is hunted with these events. It's not, it's not finished. Yeah. So, and this is time perception. This has to do with time perception. Time perception. Time perception. Does time heals, or does time deteriorates, or are you stuck in that event still? And if you are stuck, then we need to find out why and what in that event you are actually stuck in. Okay, and it has to do with the age of 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, with what happened then. Okay. This, what helps you? You said your mother.
Yes. Actually, about your comment now, before passing.
Okay.
No, it's true that I know that sometimes I get very easily, upset. That there are things that I lose, I don't find. Reacting very nervously. I know.
Anxious. Anxious?
Yes, anxious. No,
angry?
mostly angry with myself.
Angry with
myself.
Okay.
Not actually angry with myself, and this was also a characteristic of my father. It was also very, and I know that this is something that I got from him. I interiorized. You always see him around, looking for his kids, etc. But he has.
So he was angry because he felt he lost you.
Not exactly. He was angry because he had to cut off with his parents. When he was 27 years old, it's the same age.
Okay, the same age.
It's crazy.
Okay.
He had to cut off his parents because he was a communist, but he was a patriarch. Very patriarchal, a very important figure, a rich one, a very important figure, but communist at the same time, and he cut off from his family, and it was a very traumatic, experience for him, he started, business started to work like, have a huge enterprise and didn't get anything from the family, heritage, nothing. And was very angry with them still many years. When I was adult, he reconciled with them, in a way. And I did this, reconciliation, as I used to say, with my father figure after the 23 years, around 23 years, then when, before I get lost. Yes, inside me.
So, what is this? What helped you?
This, I think, it's consciously, but spontaneously, but consciously, this is the, what I have interiorized from the mother, the good things, the good, and I put colors, of course, it's not always, not idealized, I know there are, but it's something very good. I think that this is what helped me to resist and to, in the school, in this kind of experience that I had in school, that everybody has, was something very, very common, but I was resistant in the good sense, if we can say. And yes, and I think again it's the maternal function that helped me when I was between the end of adolescence and then because her perseverance, you know, that go on with the studies, etc. And even if it was not failures, but it was counter reaction on my part, you know, that not wanting this again, not doing things that were not helpful for me, you know, to go on, you know, and then. So this is the thing.
So, your mother's love.
Yes, my care
you.
and yes, and
care,
power
and
power.
care
Yes.
Helped you. Okay, so this memory of your mother love, this is something, a good memory that became a resource for you.
Yeah, memory inside me, something.
Yeah.
As you said, the
inside.
object, the good object. We say.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How much? How much you depend on your wife?
Can you?
No.
Sorry,
It's not.
I
It
know.
was just a. It's a rhetoric
Emotionally,
question.
yes, I know.
Emotionally.
Yes, I cannot say that it is. In some things, maybe that has to do with her also in the common life, but I cannot say that. Of course, it is a strong. Strong. Okay, I use the word dependence, emotional dependence, but
I didn't mean dependent. I meant internal.
Yes, but
it helps you cope when you are stressed.
Listen, if I had to answer, to give a complete answer, I would say because as we met when I was 35 years, so I have very autonomous life, emotionally, etc., and self-sufficient because I lived for 8 years. You know, I took care for myself, even cooking, etc. But then after we got married, it's true that she took over. Even she didn't stop working. You know, not full time, but okay, she didn't. She kept working. The classical feminine part, in cooking, etc. It's based. I lean on this, and of course, taking care of the house, even with the children, I was immensely involved. It's not that. I don't know if I can.
It's not dependency because you put it on the side. You see.
The part.
It's small.
Yes. Yes, I think it's something that I have inside me, and that's why I feel that I have grown up based on this secure. This is the good object that we carried. But my father, I have to say, you know, was very emotionally sensible, and he adored me. You know, it's something this, but this also sometimes is very. He was much more dependent on my mother than I am. Much more, of course, generation before, earlier. But he was also very sensible, and he was not a cold one, violent. He had the outburst, you know, when he was feeling that he is losing me or that the case, this is also the case I will present in the...
When he felt that he lost you, he lost himself.
He was afraid. He had this paranoid.
He was afraid.
Paranoid, yes.
He was going...
very exaggerated, you know, that I get involved with communists or I do something and every time, but he was very attached to me, very too much.
So when he became afraid that he could have lost you,
exactly.
He lost his temper.
Yes, exactly. The happen value in that burst and
so losing.
Yes, and getting crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And as you said, yes, probably this event has.
Yes. Okay, I want to do.
We know that it's amazing. That's why we're here. You know, this kind of. Method.
Okay, I want to do something in addition. I want to say. Give you a color and just need you to without censorship just say all the associations that come to your mind, okay? So green,
Green.
yes, quickly.
But now related to this, the forest.
No, okay, forest, okay, continue.
More.
More, yeah. Just let
Green.
your, whatever comes to your
Like
mind.
something very, very friendly, very cool, soothing, you know, the color of the nature. It's something good, I think. The color of my preferred team, you know, football and...
Okay. What's emotion or feeling you would attach to green?
Something good, I think, but easy, not strong, not exciting, something very crazy feeling of one.
Okay.
Yeah, just something good, a good one.
Okay.
Thing.
And can you give me a situation in your life that you would color with green?
A situation in my life that
Yeah,
I would
that you
color.
would color with green.
The relation with
What?
the relationship with
Okay. Okay. Now,
with other colors too.
okay, I
Just-
know you have to go to sleep with her tonight, so
Just to be clear.
yeah. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. Brown, quickly. Brown,
Brown,
quickly.
brown.
Association.
Shoes.
What?
Shoes.
What is it? Shoes. Okay.
Shoes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, mainly with males, maybe.
What?
Because maybe associated with male figures, because
Okay.
maybe brown and I don't know, this is something that a male
Okay.
color, you know, not the female,
Okay.
feminine color.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
What's
No, I wouldn't say coffee because it's, I think
Coffee?
it's very, coffee, but this is very superficial, I think.
okay.
Coffee. Yes,
Okay.
coffee, yes, brown.
What
We did drink- we did
emotion
drink
or
coffee
feeling?
there.
What
Feeling?
emotion or feeling you would color with brown?
Brown. A good one. A good one. Something, yes, it's something positive that the light brown, you know, something, yes, something positive. Light
Okay.
brown.
What situation in your life you would color with brown?
With browns. School years. Yes, but they have a lot of black, I would say. Yes, school years, or maybe in Belgium after, you know, where I started to drink coffee also, much coffee there. So after 27 years old, after the... Yes.
Okay. Okay. So when we ask about associations for color, I explain to you and others. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When we ask about associations to colors, we get how the person, the way of thinking. Okay, it can be a concrete thinking, philosophical thinking. It can be associative thinking, and it has to do with actually how you decide things, like the source for decisions making. So for green, you give the forest, nice, calm nature, the color of the team. That for brown, and I asked it before because of the colors that you used inside. For brown, shoes, something had to do with men, coffee, okay? Very concrete. The first one, the green, is associations, has to do with sensations, how you sense things. And you have two Two ways of thinking. Yeah, one is sensations, and it combines with concrete thinking. Yeah. What's missing? The emotions. Emotions. Yes. And whenever, in both colors, I asked, how would you color, what the emotion that you would color with green, or both you said something good, but you could not give hate, love, whatever emotion. This is too, and something good has to do with sensation again. It's wood has to do with sensation, not with emotion. And maybe that's the problem with what happened. Maybe that's why it's bigger now. They're 3 years old. Yeah. Maybe time did not heal that because you didn't get yet to the emotions. You understand the sensations, but not the emotions. But just hypothesis, it's not, and the situation, again, it's like, for the green, you said something good, and that's the relationship with your wife. As I said, you need to go to bed with her tonight, so you better say that. But no, that's just cynical. But cynical, yes. But the situation that you gave to Brown is the school days, and in the school you had these teachers, this teacher and other teachers that you said, and it was not just good, it was also bad events or traumatic events. And before that you said about the emotion that it's a good emotion, something positive.
About Brown, yes.
Yeah, about Brown. So there is a dissonance.
Yes, because school here was good in
Yeah.
a way, but there were
Some events.
That spoiled or...
Yes, but you could have said like two emotions, two sensations, something good, but there is something bad in it, and you didn't.
Yes.
So having it good, positive, and then ignoring the bad
because I
sensations.
mentioned, yes. I
Yeah.
mentioned before, that's
Yeah. Okay. But then when you started to have coffee in Belgium, you enjoyed yourself also. And you said you were, before this session, you said that you are addict to coffee.
coffee.
Yes.
Yes, but, okay. Emotionally.
Emotionally. No.
Addictions are all-
Yeah. So, yeah. So,
my father didn't drink coffee. I didn't coffee.
yeah. Okay. Okay. There is a lot in it that we could get into. We are not going to.
No.
But how do you feel? And I should have asked about the other colors that you added there of your mother, like the maternal love and care, the purple and other
It
colors.
is mostly consciously that I put, having in mind that it's from one side it's rich, on the other side, of course, that also those times, our mothers was hitting us, but
Yeah.
with the mother was much easier, to deal with and to resist, and this happened much earlier. But with the father, this went on for years. It was a terrifying figure. It's.
Yeah.
This is something.
Also, I should have asked about white, because
The
you
white.
left within the
Yeah,
forest a lot of
yes.
white. So the white color also has some meanings to you.
Yes, I didn't feel, I didn't feel to put colors, Then I just add the colors when I saw your instruction, Otherwise, I will live this way because it was, yes, clear in my mind what I want to design,
Yeah.
What I want to draw, and what means they are white background.
Okay. Give me association to white. Quickly.
Right. Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Not wait a minute.
No,
Quickly.
no, I have to leave things come up, you know. I know, yes, it can be cold and refrigerator, it can be hospital nurses,
Okay.
and but not frightening or I wouldn't say this is something frightening or hateful or not even if I mention cold, I don't feel that is. But I think it's the base where you can color, your life, you know, if you want. And can put your colors,
Do you have
etc.
emotion that you would attach to white?
Emotions, detached or attached?
That you can attach to the
Attach,
white
attach.
emotion that you
Emotions.
would color with white?
It's to hide the anger, you know, the color.
To hide?
The anger, the rage.
Okay.
Maybe, I guess so.
Do you have a situation in your life that you would color with white?
Listen, the academic years, although it was very reachful, etc., and that I want to leave them back. You know, to go on further with things that I would like more, because it's true that it was a little bit, even I personally have a lot of liberty, but still it was very restrictive, you know, especially the first years doing what you have to do, or even, you know, the investment you have to do, and the exhaustive investment that you don't have holidays, etc. You have always to work, to publish, to do things, to do another. And I think this is something that I want to, I started many years ago to open up. That's why I'm more with artistic and poetry, etc., because I write poems, etc., etc. Then I think that put like a white sheet, you know, as you say, you know, to this part of life, which not, I did a lot of things, not satisfying thing, but I will do this way, I think, that I feel it now, I think. And
Okay, so even if after I explained what the associations means about thinking, it was just, it just appeared here that you gave, it's like was apparent here, you said about white. Cold, which is
cold in the
sensation,
beginning, yes.
cold. Refrigerator, which is concrete. Hospital, concrete. Nurses, concrete. Okay.
But you mean
These are the
emotions?
two-
Yeah, emotions you mean.
You should have, after I explained, you should have changed. But it's nice, no, it's nice of you that you didn't fail me. But
Yes, but
and the emotion is to mask the anger. So anger
yeah, no, I'm,
cover
yes, I told him. Yes, I can.
yeah. You said it. It's
No, I
and
know
this
that.
is, this is really, I think, this is really important. Covering the emotions because there is anger.
Yes, it changed. The source of anger changed.
Yeah.
Changed.
Yeah.
It was very, that a lot of things happen afterwards. But I mean that has to do, it's true, it has to do with the last years, you know. 3-4 last years, you know. That's maybe 4 years ago, if we could talk much more emotions and happy than the last 4 years, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
As we said,
Thank
time
you.
is not healing.
no, it's not really.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I
not.
always say.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay,
how do
I
you feel?
No, it's okay. I do.
What do you mean, okay? It's not a...
No, I mean,
how
well-
do you feel?
I mean, I always had in mind to do again, but I didn't feel the need, you know. But maybe it's good to have lie on the sofa of a psychoanalyst again, you know. That was not a bad idea, I think, you know. I know what I need, you know. I mean to relax relaxing emotions, you know, I know.
Yes.
Inside, yeah, yes, inside. Because a lot of things happen that are accumulated,
Yes.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm aware of it, but you have to,
You want to
heal
hear,
them.
you want them to
they-
share
yeah,
how
yeah,
they
yes.
feel? Is it
To
okay?
heal them, yes.
Not to heal them, to share.
I mean to turn on to them.
Yes.
And-
And just let them share how they feel.
How do I feel now, you mean?
You are going to be quiet now. Okay?
Quiet.
You talked enough.
Okay, this is what I want. Yeah, I want to shut it down. To shut it down.
Well, I don't have much to say. I really struggle to hear the accent and so on, but I do recognize, and I want to confirm what Rachel has said, is that I noticed right through your explanation and storying narrative that there's a huge dissociation from emotion. You just... Ah, okay, just how I feel? Yeah, I felt that I could relate with that separation from emotions on a very deep level. So it's very touching, and I want to thank you for the brave and courage to come out here and tell such a traumatic part of your life. So yeah. But I said what I said.
I keep the first part.
I feel incredibly humbled by your bravery. I felt that I need to add some color from what I felt.
Show it to me afterwards.
Okay.
We'll take a look with Rachel together. Thank you.
Actually, for me, it was really moving to hear all these experiences and how you reconstructed what happened to you and how you try to interpret it for yourself. But I do think that it's a really courageous act that you have done. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I think the child experience of the parent is a very confusing thing. And, you know, if there's never an opportunity for your parent to say, this is why I did that, you're left with the confusion, which might be just the body.
I am surprised because I always related to your work with my work, and so I was surprised of how many things we know of ourselves, but it's not conscious maybe. So very, very, very interesting. Thank you.
This was wonderful, especially the layered drawing, that the masked drawing sort of came up. So there's one, and like you said, that there are so many layers, and that layers just became visible. And thank you, and thank you. Because I could just see how you made it possible for the client, for now, to just come up and say. So these Q questions were very, very important. So that was a very big learning point for me in terms of the Q questions, like how to, and the association and the dynamics touching on that. Very important. So that was my key learning point as well. And I kept on looking at my drawings to sort of check in, like you said, looking at the parallels and saying, oh, there. So yes, but I didn't go up. So thank you.
It was very interesting, very useful, and it started in a very simple way, but it went very deeply. And because I know Elias very well, it was the whole story in front of me, because I knew all these parts, but couldn't draw the lines between the points. So it helped me in the way you put it all together in a very short time. And if you have a person for therapy, there is a huge area that you can cover with this simple tool. It's very little to say simple because it's not simple, it looks, but it's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your experience, and I feel very inspired how you dealt with the situation and how you saw it and how you define it now from a time perspective, and also how you, Rachel, interpreted his situation. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing. I think it was very moving for me as well, because I got reminded of my mom's father, my grandfather, and I realized your physical appearance is very, even the hair, the type of texture, and so it got me into, in between I found myself coloring and the need to resolve certain things in my art, and but thank you, it was very precious. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
No, it just.
But they can't hear you.
I don't want them to.
Okay.
You asked that we share how we feel.
How you feel?
How we feel.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear many feelings from all of us.
Yeah.
It's I think and I am.
Yeah, that's
Also true. Yeah. But
Just a note.
yeah. It's a good note for them.
My experience.
Yes.
No, I think as Lucy said.
But talk to the mic.
Oh, sorry. As Lucy said, there was some moments about the emotions. I was surprised, when you talk about where is the emotion and something is missing here, because I consider myself, as somebody, yes, emotion, but then it's true, that's why I said, it's true that I realize, I know that the last 4 years, a lot of things that in my life happened, and it was really, I think I lost a kind of joy, that I have, and it was also the parents' death, but I'm not sure this is not the original, the primary reason or cause, but it's true, that's the emotion is lacking, and I'm also struggling with angry feelings, etc., which I was very conscious that I knew that my father I have also interiorized my father, it's not a lot of things of him, and I mean, this is also a male characteristic, I react very emotionally, in a very abrupt way, of bad ways and explosions, etc. But yes, but also regarding your comments, it's true that they are very, very accurate and very, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
No, made me think also, because always, especially people like us, professionals who have also personal experience of therapy, etc., we think that, and we feel, I also felt it omnipotent, with very powerful, with our clients, when we help them recover or healing or treating their own traumatism. But it still remained things, and I know that this, yes, it would be nice. I mean, to get some additional therapy personally, But if I knew somebody that I can trust, and this is not just defending is that where we live, they're lacking a professional. And really be glad, to go since some years, ago. But this was a huge problem, that you have to move, etc., to go in another place. And anyway, we'll find a solution for this.
Yeah. Well, first,
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thanks you. First, I want to thank you. it's actually I don't see it as bravery. I see it as you need to exercise something or do it. You do it for yourself to learn something. So, but I thank you for sharing, because that's yeah, and because sharing means you trust others. That okay, I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to trust you that you will hold to it and not use it against me or do anything with it. So
we trust ourselves also, even if some comments may be shaky.
You trust yourself that you can get over it.
Yeah, of course. No, totally,
Yeah.
no, totally.
Yeah, and I'll finish it with a small association that I had with what you said, Kate, about parents. We always blame our parents for what we do, even when we get old. But when my eldest son, when he was, I think, in 5th grade, I think, he once asked me, because I used to work and go to do therapy, and he once asked me, Ima in Hebrew, when I will get older, will I have to go to a therapist as well? He said, you will decide on that, but if you go, and she will try to convince you that everything is because of your mother, stop going to her. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you the presentation instead of just going over it, and I think, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Raquel. I'd like to share something about this activity with you because Alex and I, yeah, Alex, please come. Yeah, we have been doing this for the students and for staff of this university, and also with the juvenile center, that we found something very important for the event drawing. For example, myself, you're going to see, to say about your experience, okay? Myself, I saw when I walked past the one student from Singapore, actually, about to finish the drawing. When I walk past like this, and that person, her hand like shaking, and I think she got tear in her eyes, and she didn't want me to look, okay? But I saw anyway. I saw the dead person that she covered with her hand and checking like this. How about your experience?
The student with university juvenile, that will be mindful drawing, but so it's not event drawing. So we have art track project with Jula student. So we also did the event drawing to see. And then one student that I found, so in her self-figure, she also has symptoms of DID. And then when I asked her to draw the event drawing, so the things that come up is, so the uneasy event. So she do like shading all over the paper. It's herself, but in all black. And then when I asked something to help you cope with it, like to help you, she decided to draw a rope and hang herself with the halo on her head. So for her, she feel like free and like freedom and angel, like just just to be free.